can ride a bike faster than a Ferrari.
Yep. Okay, there we go. It's actually working now.
Oh, okay.
And of course, like first thing is a political debate. God damn.
Okay.
Okay.
What? Really?
Well, yeah, I'm serious. First thing I saw, I opened up my stream channel. I was like, Hillary's gonna be arrested for the criminal she is. Now then there's Hart Trump and Hart Sanders.
What?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I don't care.
Yeah.
There you go. Halo Canon for 2016.
Halo Canon.
Okay.
Yeah, Halo.
So
Halo
it looks like
Canon.
we're all
There you
good.
go.
Theoretically, they should be able to hear you since that's automatic through Twitch. Let's do some Firefight. And if we want,
Except
we can...
me, I'll just be sitting on the sidelines saying some stupid shenanigans about Japan and asking you guys
Plenty.
questions from time to time.
Make Halo great again.
Make Halo great again. You know what?
Hidden X Fury, you'll be
make Halo great
my
again.
running mate.
You know, I don't want to sound like an ass. I don't want to sound
Then
like
don't
an
say
ass,
anything.
but
I'm kidding.
That's probably. If the words
I will build a wall around
I don't want to
Sanghelios,
sound.
and the Sangheli will pay for it.
what? I couldn't really hear. What?
Can you? Holy
I said
shit,
I will
can
build
you imagine,
I will build a wall around Sanghelios, and the Sangheli.
Can you
will
imagine
pay
Halo
for it.
6?
Yes.
You have the Halo 6, the Arbiter. The Arbiter's like, we're gonna build a wall. It's gonna be a big, beautiful wall.
And the Covenant are gonna pay
All I'm
for it.
saying-
You're the last boots on the ground.
Oh
Fight
God!
through
You
rounds
know,
of increasing difficulty.
another interesting thing about Japan is, right? Japan is mostly I don't give a fuck about what's going on around me type country.
Ongoy
They
send
don't
their
really
people,
care
they do not
about what's
send their
going
best.
on in their
Sangheli
surroundings.
civil war is an
And,
allegory for the Bush oil drives in Iran. I'm sorry. Just the chat is hilarious right now.
Is that in the chat?
Yes, this is in the chat.
Round
That's
one.
Yes.
amazing.
I had no idea my fans were so politically knowledgeable. I was like, I
That
kept
is such a-
almost
that
saying
is such a
accurate.
That is such a specific piece of political awareness to have.
Yeah.
I would have never thought to bring that up. What the hell?
That is some balls.
made us speak.
Yeah, see, that's the worst part. Like, I support the bans they have for quitting, but they need to like re-implement a way to detect when it's lagging out and when someone's genuinely quitting. Exactly, and I get that. Like, if somebody genuinely quits, I don't care if they're getting like 6-hour bans or 3-day bans or whatever. It's like if you're quitting a lot, then fuck you. But when you're lagging out, that's some bullshit.
It is.
You know, actually,
Oh,
this is
you
this
guys
is
will
a
like
funny
this.
thing.
Ryan Reed can't melt good plot.
Who's Ryan Reed?
The writer for the lead writer for Halo right now.
Oh.
Oh my god.
People are not.
I still
a lot of Halo fans are not big fans.
Teammates eliminated the
God.
soldier in
Speaking
I don't
about
know.
that,
I'm
it's
just.
like
I'm just
Round complete.
annoyed that Mendicant Bias still has not come into play at all.
Yeah,
like
that's-
that bugs me so much.
Mortal Dictata was an inside job. Literally. That was such bullshit. That is so
Yeah.
bullshit. I don't even. I shouldn't get started because that's gonna dominate. That's gonna be it.
Round two.
Wait, hold on, guys. We're just keep in
Shoot
mind.
down
Keep
those
in
watchers,
mind.
Spartan.
Keep in mind we're streaming, so like try not to talk over each other. It gets
don't
like
care.
fucking
Yeah.
confusing as shit.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I mean, it's
People-
just like-
they're watching. They can be confused as they want. As confused as they as all hell.
All right, free for all.
You know, at least you guys got
not give a damn.
At
about
least
it.
you guys got the escalation comics. I got diddly squad.
Don't worry, you're not
Only
missing
thing that I
anything.
gotta.
But I don't know if the Dark
I'm
Horse
Toll
app is
Freak.
available in all countries. I'm so sorry.
You know, Toll Freak, actually, if Escalation Comics didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be watching the channel. Because when I first saw Escalation, it was in the back of the book. And I was like, it was like, wow. And then I just decided to go through the YouTube. Maybe someone's doing a review, and you were. And that's when I started watching Halo Canon from issue 1.
I know a lot of people like got into me because of those. So I really, in truth, I want 343 to do a bunch more comics, no matter how good or bad they are, because that's just going to get me a shit ton of more views, and then I'll get filthy rich. They should make a movie about the Arbiter and have him accurately portrayed by Scarlett Johansson. Yes.
Well, she plays fucking Ka in the Jungle Book.
Yeah, I was like, me and my friends saw that last night. We're watching as that scene comes up. I'm like, guys, that's Scarlett Johansson, right? I'm not crazy, right? And like watching the credits and like, oh my god, it is. And oh my, I was not expecting Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken plays
Scarlett
King
Johansson.
Louis.
Scarlett Johansson. That
Christopher
name
Walken
was
did a great
hilarious. I didn't realize this as I was going in. The first thing Mowgli does, quick, it's not really a spoiler for anyone listening on the stream, but I'm just going to put that out there.
Spoilers for the Jungle Book cinematic universe.
Yeah. Hey, they already greenlit a sequel, so don't, just saying. Yeah, they already did. Anyway, but no, so the first thing Mowgli picks up when he meets King Louis is a cowbell.
That's awesome.
Cowbell.
4X available.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
notice
that
that
movie
either.
does not need more cowbell.
Round complete.
No, the singing in the movie is so awkward. It's like King Louis is giving a speech, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooey doo, I want to be like you. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Where did this? They have two. They only have two songs. They have Bare Necessities. The Bare Necessities kind of flows somewhat naturally, but the other movie.
It's kind of jarring. The second one.
Yeah, because I mean, for one thing, it's Christopher Walken singing,
Round
and
3.
as much as I should love that, but they really. This is not a Christopher.
Incoming
Christopher
covenant
Walken is not allowed to be Christopher Walken in this movie. It's actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me.
Tank Master Rock.
Oh, I do. I would love, like, if Grimm just spent, like, a month of just going over in cannon fodder, like, all the different bees, or creatures, or things that you encounter. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say.
Recharged and
All
ready.
of the bosses.
Yeah, the bot. I want to know, because they have a Promethean soldier called, or not soldier, a Promethean knight called, oh, what is it called? It's like, shit.
The
I'm
Didax
going
ex-fiance.
Yeah, and during
Can someone explain these fucking invisible fuel rod cannons that are coming out of the Banshees? I swear to God.
No.
I've been killed by Banshees that I've been staring at. And nothing's coming at me. I just explode instantaneously.
that's what happens. Didn't you know? They have
Jesus,
invisible.
Bungie,
fuel
Bungie,
rods.
please fix.
Oh God, I saw the fuel rod that time.
You know what's the sad thing about me? When I first played Halo 3,
Yes,
that was
there
my
will be a
first Halo
cannon
game. That was
fodder today. It just comes out
2012.
later. So it actually might be out now, but I haven't checked.
You first played Halo 3 in 2012.
Yep, 2012, April 28th. And the reason why I know that is Halo Reach. Yeah.
That's so that's a little depressing, honestly. You missed like the You missed like the golden age.
Yeah,
Basically,
I played my first
You see,
day.
the
I don't
thing is,
actually
when I
remember what
first
my
played-
first day was, but I didn't get an Xbox 360 until December 25th of 2007. So I owned Halo 3 for 3 months before I got to play it. Well, before I got to play it on my own.
Oh, that sounds torturous.
Not really. Like my friends all had Xbox 360s, so I just bring it over. The funny thing was, a friend of mine was borrowing it on Christmas Day, and I wasn't expecting to get an Xbox 360. My parents were pretty stringent against video games at that point in my life, so I wasn't expecting anything. So I just like lent it to him, and that was it. But so Christmas Day comes, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I have an Xbox 360. So first thing I do, I drive over to my friend's house, You know, on Christmas Day at like 9 in the morning, say, dude, I need my. It's like, why? Why? I got an Xbox 360. I need it back. So that was an interesting. That was a very interesting one.
I mean,
Well, anyway, what I wanted to say originally was that when I first played Halo 3, I actually became a huge Bungie fan. And then I realized that Halo wasn't owned by Bungie at the time already when I was playing Halo 3.
Well, if you want to be fair, Bungie
it's still a Bungie game, though.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to be fair, though, Bungie hasn't owned Halo since 2001, so... Yeah. As I say, technically
actually,
Bungie hasn't owned it since 2000 or 2001, so, you know, you're...
Japan is at MCC,
What?
right?
Why
and
does this keep coming up?
And comes out. They just basically upgraded the thing, but everything was done by Bungie. You know, no anniversary version. It's just the old game in the new console. So that's why the credit still goes to Bungie. So that's why in Japan they, you know, credited Bungie for it. And that's really nice. You know, I'm not. I heard it was different over there.
So close.
Yeah, it was a 3-4. They erased Bungie's name completely.
It's Banshee Raiders.
Is that a thing?
It's gonna be black.
You know that.
Red confirmed.
You know, black swords is physically not possible. It's not possible. That's totally fiction. You know that, right? You know, blackness is like
Banshee
can't.
Raider takedown.
That's
Did I shot?
I want a Hannibal fork.
Yes. I want my Forky back.
Yeah,
That was the best
I
part of
remember you
Reach.
saying that in the last.
Nobody cares about scarabs. Scarabs are a conspiracy theory. Scarabs can't melt
actually,
steel beams.
Actually, fun fact.
No, that's not true. In Halo 2 you fought 1, and in Halo 3 you fought like 4.
Yeah, actually.
And there was one level where you fought 2 at once.
Yep.
We're getting casualty reports. Teammates are going to a Banshee Raider.
Mob Brew or something.
I don't know.
Going with a railgun.
You know, it's just one thing I really don't
that was my
understand.
favorite part of the game.
That was the coolest
You know, one
thing.
thing I don't understand is Jules' Covenant is basically made out of a lot of old weapons and a handful of new weapons, right? As far as I understand it.
Yeah.
Then why don't they make those old weapons come out? And it's like you don't even get the plasma rifle, the seemingly hang carry in the Halo or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, the plasma rifles, yeah.
Around.
Oh god.
yeah, and it's like, you know, they don't have that, right, in Halo 5?
Incoming Promethean threat.
Yep. This time we get the Warden.
Promethean threat materializing.
Oh god.
A tease.
They more or less confirmed it. They more or less confirmed it. They just they haven't said anything directly as far as I know, but
Teammates need help with the bonus
they've
unit.
kind of like, you know, winked at the camera, so to speak.
Headshot, one down. Soldier's got me in his sights. Enemy fire.
Memories of Reach. You know, this is the funny thing I realized about Halo Reach is that the Halo first
Scarab
came out
Gun
in
Mythic
2001,
variant, yes.
right?
Oh my god.
That would be the
And-
greatest thing. Why the hell can't I do this? Oh, there we go.
Can you imagine? Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Wait,
the greatest
I'm
thing.
confused.
I
What
love
happened?
going through Halo 2 Anniversary with all with the Scarab Skull turned on. It's the greatest experience.
Knight Noble.
It's goddamn ridiculous.
Incoming Prometheans.
All right, fun time. All the wardens. You know how you liked
God damn it.
We heard you like fighting wardens in the campaign 2 at a time. So how about 3 at a time?
Warden Eternal.
Of course you can't. You gotta have the Uber.
I must feel like the...
Ah, I just.
I feel like I'm the only person on the face of the earth who liked basically the overwhelming majority of the campaign.
I liked it
Teammates need help
overall.
with Warden Eternal.
No, but I mean like even yeah, I came out of it was like,
Oh, I love Bioshock.
but
Teammates need help with Warden Eternal.
yeah, that's one of my favorite games of all time.
Bioshock Infinite.
Wreck
I don't know.
confirmed.
That's what pulled me out of Halo 4 was the whole magic shit.
Magic shit. What?
Does anyone want to get in
Yeah.
The fucking
Rocket Hog? Anyone? Rocket Hog?
no with the where are you?
I'm by the armory.
Speaking about magic shit in the Didact, it just reminds me
Yes.
about the Halo escalation where the Didact
Oh, wait.
allowed
I think
Fright to
somebody else
shoot
done it.
his face.
You're too late.
No, but I mean like the magic shit in Halo 4 where like when he's like talking to the fucking librarian.
You know what's
like-
funny?
Being
Yes.
all exposition-y.
You know what's funny? They actually, in one of the original scripts for
Uh-oh.
Halo 4, they actually explained what was going on there.
Somebody help me with this word.
Essentially, what it
Did
was
they?
is like, yeah. So essentially, because you know that librarian is essentially an AI. So like, what she had to do, she had to like remove Cortana from the chief's helmet. That's why she kidnaps the Cortana, so that then she could use that to interface with him. And that's how that's all going on.
It's like the way
I mean, take
she,
the
like,
explanation
she
as you
starts
will.
talking about.
I'm just saying. They did
No,
talk-
yeah. I just mean like I just don't like. I don't like when any franchise or any like story starts to delve into like the whole destiny and
1 minute
like
left.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
every
too
time-
Christian.
it's
Too
not
Christian for
religion.
Halo.
It's not religion. It's just like I feel like
It-
it's just lazy and
No.
it makes it less special because it's like
Yeah, like, well, for me, the way I view it is, Chief just happened to be the guy that was there. It's not so much that he was destined to do it, but that he was the Spartan that got to be there when it happened. Like, it could have just as easily
No,
been
yeah,
Fred or Kelly kind of thing. Because I agree, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I hate the fate I hate the fate I get too. And the fact that there are
Same
people
here.
that really perpetuate it, I don't like that. We're gonna lose.
Actually, one thing.
Come on, we got 15
Sorry,
seconds.
go
We
ahead.
can kill all 3 of these guys.
yeah,
10
definitely.
seconds. Objective failed.
God damn it,
Ooh,
guys! How could you
assassinating.
not take down all 3 of those wardens?
I took one of them.
No, you didn't. Wait, how?
Wait,
who-
really? Because from what I understood, since Halsey was studying the artifacts, the Forerun artifacts, I thought she just basically caught, you know, Cortana's activity and realized it was Cortana, and then she messaged to the.
Well, they
Well,
did.
yeah, because
they
she
didn't know.
contacted
They didn't
them,
know
right?
until Halsey told them. They just knew that something was going on.
Yeah, and that's why they wanted to get Halsey out of Jules, you know, what, iron grab? I don't know what to say, but yeah, and it's like, for me, that was my instantaneous understanding. It's like, that's why they know Cortana lives, because through Halsey, yeah.
Ah, disco fries.
And also,
Man. Well, it is sad that they don't
I'm sure
explain
it'll be
it, but
explained later.
it's implied. They shouldn't. I always hate when they oh, we'll explain it later. There's a lot of missteps when, like, it's with Halo 5 specifically. They're doing this intel thing, which is fantastic. I love the intel, but it's so it is so bewildering why the stuff they chose not to explain or even hint at. But in the case of the Warden, it's implied in the Forerunner stuff that in the Forerunner intel stuff that he was like put to sleep at some point, because the Forerunner's like, wait a minute, the Warden's awake again, what the hell? So it's implied that Cortana, like when she got in there, something
Welcome
with
to
that
Warzone,
woke him
Spartan.
up, and
You're the last
that might
boots
be
on the ground.
related to that. So
Fight through rounds of increasing difficulty.
yeah. Mr. Covenant Kid.
I'm chipped.
It's
Yeah.
all you can do. It's all you can do. It's all you can do is focus on the freaking Covenant. You guys focus on 1/3 of the whole universe. From New York
Round
now.
1. Prioritize crawler targets.
Yeah.
Clean kill. Taking fire from a crawler. Enemy
Red
fire.
confirmed.
Crawler's down. Crawler's targeting me.
Oh, I'll agree to that.
Oh, the pre-Covenant Sung Healy. Yep. Judge Kings.
Under fire from a soldier.
Yeah, believe me, it's like
I want to know why they went this route with the entire
Soldiers
narrative at all.
yeah,
You know,
it's-
actually,
I've heard rumors
actually,
that,
one thing I really want to know.
like, Microsoft didn't like the way Halo 5, people responded to Halo 4, but I don't know how much to believe it. But it's like, it's utterly bewildering. Like, Escalation serves nothing more than to basically erase everything after Spartan Ops. Or after Halo 4's main campaign, so erase
No,
Spartan
yeah.
Ops.
You know, actually, one thing I can really like about Halo 4 is that compared to other Halo games, yeah, it was kind of dull, but still, it was a good game, right? And on top of that, it was free for freeze first. It was free for freeze first. Was it original? You know, Halo game. They just had to basically make it from 1 to 10, basically, and they basically apologized at the ending. You know, saying that this is our first steps, and you know, to me it seemed like that. It's like, you know, let's try to go through this journey together, and you know, it's our, and stuff like that. And I honestly enjoyed that. You know, at least they kind of apologized for it to be a bit shitty.
But that doesn't
excuse it.
necessarily make it okay. Like,
Yeah, I know, it
It's
does
really
make
kind
it
of funny
okay,
the
but it
dichotomy
makes it a
between
bit
Halo 4 and Halo 5. It's like Halo 4 has this amazing narrative, the gameplay is kind of eh. And then Halo 5's got this really solid gameplay basis, and the narrative's kind of eh, depending on who you ask. So,
Yeah.
I think to me, like, Halo 4's narrative is good, but to me that like it's where the librarian came in, that like everything just like really like fucking went off the rails to the point where I was just like, why is this happening? Why am I talking to a ghost? Like, this didn't, like, you didn't need.
I'm sure there's a perfectly logical explanation.
And then just like, let me
Hold
advance your evolution, because this is freaking
Oh god, that line tears
an
me
anime
apart.
all of a sudden.
2 minutes remain.
That line tears me apart. I'm gonna advance your evolution. You don't know what that means. You do not know what that word means.
Is that from
Chief
Transformers
is not a
Robots in
Pokemon.
Disguise?
Oh my god, I have to look that up now. Has no one ever taken the Pokemon evolution thing and put it over that scene? If that doesn't exist, I have to make that exist.
I don't know. There's a lot of there's a lot of little things in Halo 4 that bug me, and there's a lot of like huge. Like to me, it's like I get the feeling that in Halo 4, a lot of time was spent needlessly redesigning all the art. And so less time was spent refining the gameplay, whereas in Halo 5 they just took the art style from Halo 4 and had more time to like.
Weren't they using a new
So that's one thing I'm looking forward to with like Gears 4 right now. They're preserving the original art style.
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
exactly.
You know, honestly, I don't really care that much about the art style, but
Only a couple targets left.
I don't care.
They're not locusts. They were originally gonna look at like doing that, like some locusts that survived, but they said no, these are not locusts. These are not related to the locusts. This is an entirely new threat, because then it would cheapen the ending to Halo, to Halo, or not Halo. Fuck, Gears 3.
Floridian slip, I see.
So I'm like really excited for it. Rod Ferguson, he seems like he's a fantastic guy. So.
I mean, there's only like two Xbox games.
Round 2.
You know,
really only,
actually,
like,
I wasn't really
Gears
fond with Gears of
Incoming
War
Promethean threat.
because you know, one thing that really kind of pisses me off is that Gears of War, despite the fact you have that giant chainsaw attached to your gun, which can just go and chop off anyone that comes to your way. You slice off anyone that comes to your way. The dead space is forbidden in Japan because of its excessive violence.
What?
I know. I'm like,
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'm curious because
you have Gears of War here.
Gears of War has like a built-in feature to censor the violence. I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh, maybe.
Well, if
You can't turn off the violence in Dead Space.
Yeah.
But you know, honestly, I think what it was, the problem was the too many suicides, because that's really not good in Japan. Showing tons of suicides.
Yeah, have they played Gears of War? I'm just saying, like Gears 2 and Gears 3, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Hey
War
Ty,
does make a point,
I know you've been in this locust shift. Here's a shotgun.
Level 5 Rex available.
That was like,
yeah.
that was genuinely like a shocking.
Oh yeah, that was
probably one of the most
first
shocking
time
things I've ever.
Yeah, that first time watching that, like, yeah, Ty's back finally. I like him. Wait, no, Ty, what are you doing?
Actually, guys,
Ty, what are you doing?
Guys,
I actually got shocked.
I'm sorry to say,
because I hated
I'm
Ty.
sorry to say,
And when he got
really?
when he shot himself, I was like, I laughed my ass off.
Oh,
I
you
wasn't
son of a
expecting it.
bitch. I love
actually,
Ty.
guys, when I right, I could smell it a mile away from his facial expressions and stuff. Because I mean, I think it's more like living in Japan.
I like Ty.
And you know, I just remember, it's like I really didn't know Japan had a huge suicide tendency image in the U.S. I remember once when me and my friends were going to Burger King.
There you go. Go ahead. Finish
Yeah,
your
of course I
story,
heard it now, but I mean, me and my friends were going to Burger King in L.A., right? And someone actually jumped off a building and basically landed next to us. Yeah, it was horrible. But the thing is, the thing is, this is what happened. Is that everyone was like screaming and it's like and then just walked away. I was just standing there nonchalantly looking at the dead body, and then everyone was basically I couldn't move. That was. But my friends were like, "Oh right, you're Japanese. You're used to this, aren't you?" Type thing. And I'm like, "Excuse me." I'm like, excuse me? You think I see this on a regular basis? Someone splashing their brain on the pavement?
Your culture does have a movie called Suicide Club. I'm just saying.
I think
Which is a fantastic movie,
by
Japan. I've never seen it.
I've heard the word Japan.
I've never seen it, but
it is a fantastic movie. I love it. It is absolutely terrible. It opens up with like 20 high school students lining up in front of a subway and jumping in front of it, and it's just this wave of blood. It is.
Oh well, that happens on a regular basis.
I know.
I mean, I'm dead serious. The last time I went to Tokyo, we had like 17
Yeah, we got a
jumpers.
quarter left in.
I'm in here. I'm in here.
Okay.
I've heard the word Japan more in the last like 10 minutes than I have in my entire life. I think.
I'm sorry, I'm Japanese, so and that kind of thing is.
Well, that's your own fault.
It's starting
You-
to sound
you knew
like
what
a
you were
funny.
getting into.
It's starting to sound like. No, it's starting to sound like a funny word.
We could do. We could change to meatball since that's the proper name.
Well, you want to know something funnier? You want to know something funnier or disturbing?
About Japan?
Whatever it is. No, not about Japan. After that, the guy jumped, and we were. After that guy jumped, and we were all terrified. We still went to
shit, we gotta
Burger
get in
King,
there.
by the way.
We gotta get in there. Well, yeah, we gotta get those chicken fries, man.
It just we saw
seriously,
a guy
I-
die, and then we just went to Burger King after that. It's like,
Shit,
holy shit, that scarred our lives. We're
Aw,
7
damn it.
years old back at that time, just so you know. We're all 7 years old.
It's like seems to be the most common place where people die and fail.
Yeah, it's hard. If you gotta secure that phaeton. If you can secure the phaeton, like EMP it and hijack it, you
A
can
lot of
pretty
people
much
were
get
trying that. I was trying that. Couldn't get it. Kept
I
like
did it like
sticking
I
right
did it
above.
like.
I know it's possible. It was like it was
fair amount
above
of
the
times.
garage. I couldn't like find the time to get above the garage. That's all.
Yeah, you have to like plant yourself above the garage ahead of time.
How dare you?
No, you won't.
Not if we have it.
Oh,
Not if we have anything
made
to
that
say
out.
about it.
Toa.
Yo,
He's
So,
gonna leave,
there was actually-
and he's gonna trip off the roof of Burger King, and then he's just
There
never
was
gonna
actually.
come back.
God damn it.
Dang it.
You knew what you were getting into, Toe.
Yes, I did. Dark humor is where I live.
Anyway, Toa, there's actually something I wanted to talk about you originally before we started talking about Pokemon and some other shenanigans.
Swear to God, I'm gonna pistol whip the next guy who says
it's-
shenanigans. Now go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, I wanted to actually talk to you about the Kilo 5 books, and one thing that really bugged me.
There's a lot of things that bug me.
Is that the I know a lot of things bug me. I mean, like the one thing that's my most bother, but not the one I want to talk about, is that the Mortal Dictata. It seems too, well, I already said this once, but it seemed too Christian. It's like the UNSC is basically every country in the planet today, combined in one government. And
Yep.
that means that there's so many different kind of philosophies, beliefs, and despite this, the overall mentality of the Mortal Dictata seems too Christian. It doesn't have any other foreign ideology.
It definitely.
But anyway,
I mean,
that's
a lot
not
of
what
it would. Well, even the triad is
Welcome
very
to
much
Warzone,
based
Spartan.
on like
You're the
an
last
American
boots on
or
the
at least a
ground.
Western perception of
Fight through rounds of increasing difficulty.
of Eastern religions in many ways. And
Actually, to me,
that's just a
that thing
natural
looked kind of like
consequence of
Scientology.
Halo being an American-made product. That it's going to have a lot of these heavy Western influences, and since Christianity is the biggest religion in the West, it's gonna pervade through. And I say that as an atheist, so believe me, I get where you're coming from.
Round one.
So there you go.
Yeah, and well,
Spartan.
another thing that really bothered me was the morality issue. It's like the thing is, it's like the what's the name?
Those games how
Oni,
it's-
is how is how
so that's the difference. Man, like East. Fucked up. She moral and yet
that's
pro
two. Halsey was trying to Dr. Halsey was trying to increase the survivability of the Spartan 2s, right? She
At
did
every turn.
everything. She even didn't give up after they died. And that's how morale she is. She tried her best as a scientist to make the survivability rate high. And then yet, Parangoski not just said okay to that program, but the Spartan 3 program, which is basically a kamikaze squad, you know, building.
Yep.
It's
Hey,
just,
there's that foreign influence.
to me, that was just...
Sorry, terrible joke. Oh god.
Oh my god, I had 2 relatives that died as kamikaze.
That joke really.
I am so sorry.
Don't worry. I really don't care about those.
Halo Cannon, jeez, your joke really crashed and burned there.
Yeah, that's what I do. Kind of like
Oh, don't worry. I say
There's
a
a
lot of
kamikaze
stupid
joke
jokes,
in
too.
there, damn it.
And you know, just the thing is, it's just so is feeling bad, and I don't know if it's something, but I think Parangoski is just trying to take the moral high ground because she can't accept the responsibility or the guilt that she actually caused people this other Spartan.
I have trouble
freeze,
believing that she
which
feels
basically-
any guilt about it. Cause like when you meet her in Ghosts of Onyx, like she doesn't even blink at the notion of trading lives for time. Like her concern is like how efficient will they be while they're doing this.
Because they're not Spartan 2s,
Yep.
you know, and they don't have all the equipment. They're
God.
basically production versions of Spartan 2s type thing. Like, you know, another thing that bothered me is the number of Spartan 2s. Because I actually counted everything from the Halo archives, from every single link of information I can get, and the active Spartans, it goes way above 33. I mean, it probably goes like almost twice as many.
We've almost I think last I counted, the number of identified Spartans is somewhere about 70. So theoretically, they've almost identified all the Spartans 2s that existed. But here's the thing: it's actually explained. It's explained in it's sort of explained in the Kilo 5 books, in that it's very quickly glossed over in Glasslands. But it's more in-depth explained in Halsey's journal, which is the bonus with Halo Reach. And essentially what it was is that
I got that in Japanese.
Yeah. So the Spartans that died, they were put in trial so that they could be revived later and perhaps even saved. So.
Yeah, I do know that, and like I was saying earlier, Dr. Halsey really tried her best to keep them alive even after they died, which is actually impressive. She basically did reanimation to majority of the Spartan 2s, but it's not just that. What really bothers me is that those little other characters that came out, which has odd numbers, like a Nicole or a Ralph, you know, Ralph 303.
Oh, they actually
which now
retconned
became
Ralph.
103.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. It's like, that was 103, but I mean, you see, I just had this theory at one point saying that the reason why Parangoski is actually trying to take the moral high ground is actually a cover-up, and the reason why Dr. Halsey is being captured is that she did much more than what Parangoski permitted. That
I mean, she kind of
150
did it, but it's really stupid how they explained it. The whole it's like clones was their explanation that she did more. It was really fucking stupid. But
well, actually, what I meant by what she did more was that she made more Spartan 2s.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she was just trying to cover that up.
That was originally going to be a thing, Class 2, but Ghosts of Onyx vehemently displays that never happened. You know, the whole reason
well, no,
the
I mean
Spartan
that
3
the original first Spartan program, right? The first one with Master Chief and all.
Yeah.
That actually had more than that was my theory at least, that there were more in there, and
that would be some serious retcon bullshit. Because like you brought up Ralph 303. originally his tag there was supposed to be related to the fact that he was discharged. But then 343 abandoned that because I don't know why. I guess they just couldn't figure out how to work it or something. But it was essentially supposed to be. It was essentially going to be that related to the fact that he was discharged.
And also,
Oh,
just
God. I'm dead.
another
hey,
thing
you
that I don't get is the Mjolnir armor. It's like one Mjolnir armor is worth a destroyer, and I'm like, wait,
Well,
what?
that was very early in the war, and it is like a remarkable piece of technology for humans at that time. Like by the time,
Yeah, but regardless, one destroyer. I mean, just thinking about it, it's like a Sho Fujikawa drive and the Mac gun and all the armor that it has to put in, and then that's worth one Mjolnir armor. I feel like you could at least make 5 or something.
well, it's entirely. Well, I mean, think about it this way.
The tech, like a mech gun doesn't need to be agile, and it doesn't need to protect a living being within it and stuff like that.
And like
Doesn't
think about
need
it.
to-
Well, and think about this: when you make destroyers, when you make all those parts for a destroyer, you're making those in mass because you're not building a single thing. You're building a whole ton of these to support a fleet, and there's a lot that goes into that. When you're building Mjolnir, you're building for a maximum, maybe 50 individuals. So that's gonna skyrocket all the cost and maintenance that goes into that suit.
Oh, okay, but just that I just made the fan fiction based on my theory, saying that there are more Spartans and
Hey,
And actually-
fan fiction's have fun with
God damn it! I almost had that.
it. Oh, that reminds me. I was on Reddit today. Somebody they had played Warzone Firefight, and afterwards they heard just this series of elite runs. It's it's like, and one of the best responses in there is like, that's the same elite that wrote that one poem to Calder. And that's him in his downtime. Yeah. I love your brightly shining armor, human named Commander Palmer.
What are you doing here? What are you laughing? I'll tear your arms off.
Yeah.
2 minutes remaining.
That was the greatest thing when I first I remember first discovering that. No, oh my god.
Only a couple targets left. Base defended.
Yeah.
Round
Actually, I think my favorite is
Wait, what's this?
on the very last level. If you, oh nice, we got it. On the very last level, there's actually a piece of intel that directly mentions the servants of abiding truth, which I thought that was one of my personal favorite ones.
Round 4.
You need the elites to fight with them.
Red confirmed.
Well, they'd have very rudimentary AI.
Not to mention, they also have engineers.
Ah, come on. I know this might have been asked before, but do you guys know why Reach Sankhili had such lavish armor schemes?
Whatever.
Guys asking in the stream why the Reach Sankhili looked so special, essentially. And there's no real answer. The Bungie answer is that they just wanted the elites to look cool. The official answer is yet coming. It's essentially it's hinted that it's related to fleet deployments and specific roles. Like the Halo Encyclopedia Volume 2 like directly says stuff like, "Oh hey, if somebody hijacked a Phaeton, they got to get out because we got to destroy that specific Phaeton." So a quick thing. But
You
yeah,
know, one
so,
thing I would really love.
but
one thing I
so
really
essentially,
love to play is a Halo
it's supposed
game.
to be related. The Reach armor and even the different ones are supposed to relate to different roles or different fleet deployments. Like specifically, I was going to say the Halo Encyclopedia, the second printing of it that came out after Reach, it made a differentiation between the officer, which we see in Reach, and an elite major, which we saw in Halo 1, 2, and 3. So take that however you will.
Red confirmed.
We'll see. I mean, like, depending on what they want to do, since like maybe they find a way, but I'm not holding my breath at this point.
You know, one thing
I'm
that
just point out
Threat.
something. At the end of Halo 5, in the end credits, it says "See you in Sang Helios." So, see you on Sang Helios. So perhaps maybe they're making some sort of allusion to
I mean, the final
Halo
level,
6 is
the
probably
final
going
like scene
start.
does take place on San Julius, so that would be my guess.
Right.
If they're, like,
Right. But
You know, one thing
there's a lot
one
of
thing I would like to see in Halo 6 is the more deep reunion with Dr. Colsey and the Master Chief, because
Yes.
you know, it's nothing like the Halo escalations where the Fred, Linda, and Kelly have like one panel of like meeting with Master
hey
Chief,
guy!
like, "Sup,
Oh my
man?"
God,
and
it's
it just
John.
goes-
Well, let's move on to the next mission.
Teammates eliminated
Yeah,
by
it's
Soldier
like-
Commando. Incoming Promethean threat. Mythic boss targets detected.
yeah.
You know, actually,
Teammates eliminated the night
and also.
legendary. Soldier hit me.
Also, Torfric mentioned this countless times, but Black Team really just pissed me off when I heard that.
Don't get me
Because
started. Do not get me started. I can still rant about that.
yeah, I know it's like you know, Torfric, you raped my ear when I was listening to that
Good.
article on your YouTube. That
everyone
really raped
deserved
me,
to know
but
my
I took
pain.
it.
Boss nearby.
I took it because I know your pain. Like, what the frickin', F, because like I don't have the comics, right? And it's like I didn't actually see it, but I knew what Black Team was still, and I was trying to get more information, and I was thinking like, oh, cool. It's like Toa Freak told me it's like Black Team's finally gonna come and like team up with Blue Team. Let's see what's gonna happen. And then it's just a panel that they're all dead, and I'm like, you fucking right.
Yeah, like that wouldn't have been too bad. Like the worst part for me, and like just to like top it off, just to add insult to injury. When Blue Team encounters the Didact, what does he do? He sticks his Prometheans, which he knows are ineffective as shit against Spartan, on them. He acts like a fucking Bond villain. He's in a chair. He should be petting a goddamn crawler. It's like, you expect us to talk, Didact? No, Blue Team, I expect you to die.
It's pretty terrible.
I'm almost disappointed that it happened because I was expecting it.
Yes, like that would have completed
Wreck
the scene.
confirmed.
In
Oh my God! How did the Warden get all his health back?
The Watchers heal him.
I thought we took him out. God damn it, guys! Get your shit together. Get your shit together. It's obviously all your fault.
Anyway, another thing actually reason why I think that my there's more than 150 Spartans theory I had, which kind of backed me up, was the fact that all those teams, whenever they're referred to in the earlier times, like in the books, they don't refer to themselves as names or serial numbers. They just call each other Blue 1 or Blue 3. Like the first Halo Halo book.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's Black 1, Black 2, and their names came out later on in their serial numbers. One thing that really bothered me was why would they do that? Because especially later on, they just casually call each other, you know, their names. Like in Halo 5, Master Chief calls Fred Frederick. You know, it's like the entire name. It could have been anything. And it's like also not just that. It's like there's many variations of Red Team. You know, that really bothered me. Why would they call, you know, Red Team? They could have come up
Holy
with
shit.
anything.
Well, because
Like they
when
could have
Spartans went on
said Maroon
deployment,
Team or something.
well, when Spartans went on deployment, essentially they break up into smaller teams, you know, for the deployment. So the primary team.
But why Red Team?
The second would be red. The third would be black. Would be green, and they go and they break up further from there. Like for me, a better question,
but I mean-
a more interesting question: who the hell is Omega?
Oh, that's another thing, and another thing is during the Full of Reach books,
And we're
wasn't there like
Objective
alpha,
failed.
like alpha, beta, whatever?
Yeah, there was Alpha Red. There would be Alpha Red, Beta Red during the mission to Reach.
Yeah, and it's like we don't know them yet. We don't know who Omega is yet, and I included all those things, and it's like, to me, it sounds like, you know, it's like you said that when they spread into branches of groups, they go red, blue, you know, blue, red, and green, right?
Yeah.
Then why in Halo Wars is it like Omega? Where the hell did Omega come from? That's not even a color, you know? It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. I
that
actually
really-
gotta head out.
Yeah,
actually
I
kind
think
of
now's a
bothers me
good.
a lot.
Now's probably a good time to end this. 'Cause I have not eaten dinner. I'm hungry as hell. So I'm gonna take
okay.
some time off and whatnot.
All right.
So pleasure to
Yeah,
play
I
with
guess
you
I have
all.
to start my day.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good
it
talk
was
for
good
sure.
talking
Yeah.
to you guys. It was really
chat, good
nice
chat.
talking. And I'm gonna try and buy Halo 5 somehow so I can join you guys because I kind of feel like an
Yeah.
ass just
Like
sitting
if you can
here
find
and
a
talking
if you
about
can find a
stuff.
service that will ship it out to Japan, because Xbox isn't region locked, so you'll be able to play it no matter where it's from. So
Oh well, yeah, I know that. I have friends in Iran and North Korea, but no, that's not the thing. It's just the
in North Korea, what?
North Korea. North. Like
Yeah, I do.
North. How? Like.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I wanted to say was that I was thinking of buying it on Amazon, but this is the thing: the game, along with the sending fee,
So yeah,
it's over $100,
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah,
have
that
that
makes
kind of
sense.
money. That's another thing.
international shipping and all that jazz. I didn't think about
Well,
that.
no, actually, they sell it in Japan. They sell it in Japan, but they don't sell it in the store near me, if you know what I mean. And domestic sending, and that's over $100. If I got it from the U.S., it'll probably cost 3 times more.
Wow.
So, well, I'll try. There's still a couple game spots I haven't checked in the city, and I'm hoping that they have it, but
Well, here's hoping for
not
you.
gonna
dude.
hold my breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah. Well, again, pleasure playing with you guys. Those of you who
Yep, it
watched
was
in the
pleasure.
stream, thank you for watching. It was always fun. Yep. And until next time, I was Halo Canon.